Let's look at the part that I don't want you to remember. The stuff that confuses everybody and has always confused everybody. And I should probably actually thank Tony for starting this little presentation, because it's a great way to simplify the complexity that goes with the workings within the foundation. And like I said, I actually don't want you to walk away from this having remembered much, if anything, of this. I just want you to show that at its basis, it's quite simple. So in order for us to get money out of the foundation, we've got to put money in the first place. Pretty logical. And if we do that, we're going to fund programs that the foundation funds at the end of the day. Now, there are actually only three simple arms when you break it down as simplistically as possible. There are three ways for you to put money in and that money comes out of that foundation. The first way, I mentioned it already, mention it again, Polio Plus Fund. If you say you want your donations to the foundation to go to Polio Plus, it will go there, it will be invested, and it will then go directly to eradicating polio, predominantly around the drops that kids get. And it's as simple as that. The next way is through the annual fund, and that's the way that most of us normally donate our money to the foundation. If you want Paul Harris Fellowship points, if you want Paul Harris recognition points, if you want to be able to access the funds for grants, then the way to put the money in is to the annual fund, and that's the way that probably most of your clubs know. That's normally the way that people put money in. If you put the money into the annual fund, it's going to get put into what's known as the share fund in the foundation. That money is going to be invested for 3 years. And once it's been invested for 3 years, half of that money is going to come straight back to the district as what's known as DDF, or district designated funds. Those district designated funds get allocated to district grants, and they get allocated to global grants. And that's pretty much as simple as it gets on that stream. So when you put your money in, 50% of it's coming back in 3 years, guaranteed, straight to the district, before anything else happens. What about the other 50%? Well, that goes to the World Fund. That also gets invested, and ultimately has the ability to come back to us. So I'll touch on that. Before I get to that, the World Fund forms part of what's known as the Endowment Fund, and the Endowment Fund is predominantly money that gets donated to the foundation where you are not able to access the capital that was donated in the first place. By and large, you find that most people bequeath in their wills some amount of money to the foundation, and I encourage all of you to do that. Very easy to do, and the foundation benefits the foundation significantly. And if you put it towards the endowment fund, the capital will never go. The earnings will be used, and they will be used to come back into the World Fund, in addition to what's coming out of the annual fund, as you've seen there already. And what's then going to happen is some of that money is going to directly fund programs, but more importantly, that money is going to basically create what we know as the multiplier effect. The money from there is coming back to our district to allow us, and it's basically money that comes back to support global grants. And that multiplier effect is what you should all be thinking about as clubs, because that's how you can basically make your money go further and make your projects ultimately do better. That's all it is, 3 simple arms. Thanks again to Tony for developing that. Don't remember any of that. You don't need to. We're not here to learn that stuff today. We're here to learn some stuff that's going to be far more relevant to your clubs. I just wanted to expose it to you and to be able to say to you, forget it.